Hi, welcome to the demo guys. Today we're reviewing the Quest Pancake and Crepe Maker. This can be bought from Amazon, relatively cheap, but fantastic piece of kit, we think. So let's have a look at what you get in the box. So it's pretty simple. All we've got in here really is all ready-made, which is fantastic, is the flat griddle crepe and pancake maker itself, which comes with a plug already attached, which is great. So literally all you have to do is plug it in and you're ready to go. There's a heating dial switch on the front and that's about it. It's very light, compact, easy to store away, easy to clean because it's a non-stick surface. So let's put away the packaging. It comes with instructions and a spatula and a fancy little stick for stirring the pancake mix. Let's have a look at the instructions. It comes with, it's a pretty thin booklet. Inside it's got the details on the actual machine, and then it's got a few recipes. It gives you how to make a naan bread pancake crepes. Okay, we're going to jump on to making a very simple pancake with some filling. So always best to measure these things out. So it's 1 part flour, 3 parts milk. So here we have got 50 grams of flour and we're adding 150 milliliters of milk to that, but you can use any measurements you like. It's just 1 part flour, 3 parts milk. And then to make sure that it binds together and it's got a little bit more rise in it, we always add an egg to that mixture as well. So just 1 egg. And you can add as many eggs as you like, but generally if you're doing pancakes here for 2 or 3 people, 1 egg will be fine. So just add that egg in, and then once you've got everything in your jar or your pouring vessel, you can then just whisk it up. And we just use a simple spoon, a simple fork for this. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. You don't need an electric whisk. I mean, it will come out a bit fluffier and a bit lighter if you do that, but manpower and using your hand and fork is generally enough for a nice tasty pancake. So just mix it through, make sure there's no lumps in it. We've got a few lumps here, so just carrying on mixing them through, but just give it a quick stir by hand, and then once you get to the point where you think there's no lumps, it's nice and fluffy. Still got a few lumps here, so we're still working through it. But once you get to that point where it's nice and mixed up, then you're ready to go. So plug the pancake maker into the wall, get some power going through it. You can see here the 2 wooden tools that come with it. You've got the big spatula, the big long spatula, and then the very small T-shaped stirring stick for the actual pancake mix itself. So we've been plugged in for a minute or 2. It's feeling warm, but there's a dial on the side which we've set to around about halfway. Don't want it too hot, don't want it too cold. So we're waiting. There's 2 lights on the display on the front of the pancake maker. A red one to show that there is power, and a green one which you have to wait until the green light goes off before it's ready to cook. So don't do this at home, but we're just lifting up here to show you the green light next to the red light has gone off. So it's now at the right temperature for cooking the pancakes. So you take the pancake mix made earlier, and if you pour it as much as you can in a circle, then it's already like a pancake shape before you use the special T-shaped spreader. And with this, the art is really not to push all the way down to the bottom of the plate, but just to push the wet mixture round and spread it around so that you have a nice thin pancake. So you can see here, you've got a bit of time to play around with the mixture whilst it's still wet. Make it into a rough pancake shape. So this isn't a perfect circle, but as you'll see, as we go through the cooking, the pieces around the edge will all be pushed in to the pancake anyway, so it won't make any difference to the final look of the pancake, and it'll make sure that everything's cooked through. So you have to sit back now and wait for a minute or so before the pancake is cooked through on the bottom. So the pancake's been cooking for about a minute or so. So we take the wooden spatula. If you just start touching the outside edge of the pancake itself, you can get a feel for whether you think it's cooked. So as you push it, just push all around the edges and you'll feel that some of the pancake lifts up nice and easily, which indicates that that's cooked and ready to be turned over. So as we're pushing around here, you can see it's not breaking the mixture, it's just pushing it slightly, it's lifting it. So you keep just tapping around the outside, you'll find that the spatula then finds its way underneath the pancake and you're not breaking any of it, it's actually just going nicely, sliding underneath. And then once you've been all the way around underneath, so you can see here it's now moving, so slide it under and flip it over. So you can see the back section is nicely cooked, it's browning around the edges. And we're going to make a white chocolate pancake here. So we've got some white chocolate chips here. Just going to spread them on one half of the pancake because we're going to fold that over in a second. So you need to be a little bit careful that the chips don't fall off the edge and go onto the non-stick surface itself because they'll just melt immediately and start making a mess. So just spreading it around a little bit here. The pancake is warm, the surface is warm, so these white chocolate chips are starting to melt pretty quickly after they go on, even though they're not touching the griddle top itself. So we'll leave that for 30 seconds or so, and then the idea will be to flip this over so we make it into an enclosed pancake with the yummy filling in the middle. So we're just waiting for the top half of the pancake to cook a little bit more, and then once that's cooked we'll flip the top over so that it makes it a nice parcel with the white chocolate on the inside. So it's looking like it's getting close to being cooked now, so just leave that for another 10 seconds or so, and then just slide the spatula under and flip the top part of the parcel over, and then you've got a nice lovely yummy parcel here. So you can see this side's still a little bit light, so we're going to flip this new pancake over in a second. We're just letting the underside cook a bit more so that it comes nice and brown and a little bit crispy and just gives you that nice lovely pancake look and texture and feel. So just if you pat this down, because the white chocolate has melted, this is now sticking both sides of the pancake together, so it's nice and sealed. So it's going to look great once we serve it onto the plate. So it's getting pretty close now to being cooked on the underside. So just slide your spatula under. It's a bit tricky because it's a bit heavier now, so you might have to just grab hold of it. Flip it over and you can see that the underside, which is now the top side, is nicely speckled. It's got that lovely pancake cooked look to it. We're just tapping around the edge and the sides. This is going to seal everything in, make it really look nice and professional once you serve it on the plate. So it doesn't really need very long on the underside. It's pretty cooked already. It's just really adding a bit of browning and getting it to have that nice texture and feel for a pancake. You can just leave that on there for another 20 seconds or so. Go and get yourself a plate to serve this on, and it should be ready to go very shortly. So get your plate, get your spatula, and then just slip that off in one nice easy fashion. And there we have a lovely, fantastic white chocolate pancake.